name is Nick, and I work in the Tech and Warranty group here at Hayes. I will be demonstrating the proper installation and adjustment procedure for both our CX and MX series Hayes mechanical disc brakes. Like all bicycle components, trained bicycle mechanics should perform all installation and maintenance. The tools required for this job include a Torx T25, cable cutters, 5mm and 2mm hex key, torque wrench, safety glasses, and our Hayes feeler gauge. First, we must install the caliper to the frame. For some frames, you will need to install a bracket before you are able to install the caliper. Be sure to purchase the correct bracket for your chosen rotor size. The torque value for this is 80 inch-pounds or 9 Newton-meters. Once the bracket is secure, you can now attach your Hayes caliper. Do not fully tighten your bolts yet. You will want them to be only just snug enough to allow you to move the caliper side to side to allow easy alignment while also being secure. Clean the disc and the hub mounting surface with isopropyl alcohol. Place the disc on the hub mounting surface. Be sure that the arrow of the disc is pointing in the same direction of the forward wheel rotation. Using a Torx T25 driver, install, tighten, and torque the disc screws to 50 inch-pounds or 5.6 Newton-meters in a star pattern sequence. Grab your wheel and install it into the frame. Be sure to move the caliper as needed to allow your rotor to slide easily in between the pads. Install your brake cable into your brake lever. If your lever features a barrel adjuster, be sure to tighten it to its closed position. Continue to run the cable through your housing and to the caliper. Making sure that your housing is fully inserted into your cable stops on both the brake lever and caliper, pull the cable through the cable anchor screw and washer. Make sure to pull the wire tight and torque the cable anchor screw to 60 inch-pounds or 6.8 Newton-meters. If you are working with steel arm MX comp, torque cable anchor screw to 70 inch-pounds or 7.9 Newton-meters. Fully squeeze the brake lever 10 times to seat the cable housings and to pre-stretch the cable. Insert your feeler gauge so that the rotor is sandwiched between the two shims. The Hayes feeler gauge is about the thickness of a business card. Loosen the inboard pad set screw and tighten the inboard pad adjuster until it holds the feeler gauge in place. Lightly tighten each mount screw, alternating between each until the bolts are snug. Back the inboard adjuster off to release the feeler gauge. Spin the wheel and check to see if the rotor is dragging on the pads. Using a white piece of paper behind the caliper can make it easier to check the clearance between the rotor and the pads. To fine-tune the position of the caliper, use a 2.5mm hex key to adjust the crosshair alignment screws on each end of the caliper. Once you have properly aligned the caliper so that there is ample braking force and no drag, it is time to tighten down your mounting bolts to 80 inch-pounds or 9 Newton-meters. For post-mount forks, make sure to check the manufacturer's specifications. Finally, tighten down the inboard pad adjuster set screw until snug. When adjusting your brakes throughout the life of your pads, be sure to adjust both the inboard pad and the outboard pad, utilizing the barrel adjuster only. Do not adjust for pad wear by preloading the lever arm. Maintain a space of 0.3 mm between the pads and the rotor. If the barrel adjuster is completely unthreaded, or if your caliper does not have a barrel adjuster, you will have to realign your caliper. If this is the case, reset the barrel adjuster, slightly loosen the caliper mount bolts, and go back through the same setup process. For information on replacing pads, burnishing pads, or for a word-based summary of this process, please refer to our manual section on hayesbrake.com/support. Thanks for watching.